Mr. Crypto Wig himself. So welcome everyone. Super excited for this call today. Band Royalty, we have Rob Schwartz that's going to be joining us today. If you guys have not been connected on how amazing this is, Band Royalty, super excited for it. I mean, the way that this is set up, I mean, me as a music fan, I love the fact that this really connects the artist with the fan. And not only that, I mean, just imagine for those of us that are on the call that are already in this crypto space, right? We definitely know that there is a community out there that's still asleep to this. And this is one way where this artist is going to directly connect with the fan. But not only that, I mean, us as fans, we get to learn how to earn some passive income as well. So I'm super excited about this project. Again, this is a brand. This is not your regular NFT project, as you will see. Super excited to have this gentleman here with us, Mr. Rob Schwartz. Thank you so much, Mr. Crypto Wig, James Wiggins himself. I mean, he is the leader of the pack. He is my mentor. And I mean, what can I say about this dude, right? This dude comes in and he just ignites the room. And I mean, the passion that he has and the success that he has in this space and what he's bringing to us, guys. If you are here on this call right now, thank the person that invited you. Because if you are a fan of music, which I know that we all are, right? Music is the foundation of life. It's everywhere, right? Get-togethers everywhere. So, I mean, this is just out of this world. I'm super duper excited. So thank you so much, boss, for bringing this to the table to us. I'm very excited about this. The floor is yours, sir. I'm so excited for this today.
Hey, you know what? Thank you so much. But you know, guys, I'm excited. I'm excited about the whole NFT space, and me and Rob, we've been really vibing. And man, when you get to, well, I'm gonna bring Rob up here in a second, and this guy is iconic. I mean, he's a guru, and he's so humble, and that's what you're gonna love even more about Rob, the gentleman I'm going to introduce here shortly, guys. But what I want you guys to also take in consideration, you know, they're saying the NFT space could potentially do over $500 billion this year. And when you're talking those level of numbers, and you're talking $500 billion, and primarily right now we're talking JPEG. We're not talking a true utility. We're not talking music. You know, if you're in the chat, how many of you love music? If you just love music, type the number 2 in the chat below. If you love music, if music just makes you feel good, sometimes you're having a bad day, you want to put on your best artist. I mean, just type a 2 in the chat below, right? And I'm going to share this other thing with you guys. How many of you would love to earn what your favorite artists, right? What your favorite artists have the ability to make money, what your favorite artists got. When you really grasp where music is going, and Mr. Rob Schwartz hit his, I mean, man, I was reading all you, I was like, bro, I can't even type all this. It's so much. I mean, you're a mentor to everybody. The Grammys, you're a mentor. You're a mentor. I mean, you all over the place, boss. I'm going to give you a moment because I know you hate talking about yourself. So I'm talking a little bit about you. All right. But listen, guys, I want you to understand, okay? If you've been hearing about band royalty and you're trying to figure out what is this madness, guys, you don't get people like Mr. Rob Schwartz to even talk to you, let alone come on a drive back to his office to be on a Zoom with us tonight to help you understand where we are going and how you could potentially, become a music mogul, right? Become a music mogul. And it's an honor to work directly with you, Rob, if it's okay to call you Rob, all right? To be able to learn from you. And I don't know, if you guys on here got a why, okay? I don't know if anybody here got a why, but my kids is on here. I was telling them about you, Rob, and they wanted to tap in and listen to you, Rob. And here's the deal, guys. Rob is going to give me the ability to know my babies are going to be taken care of, because when you understand what Rob has created over his 20, 30 plus years in the music industry and how he's going to infect our community and allow our community to earn with Rob, man, we want to personally say thank you. I want to say thank you. And if the people in the chat, guys, we got hundreds of people watching on YouTube live right now, but can you just type a 3 in the chat to let Rob know you appreciate him before you even know what's going down? Just type a 3 in the chat below. Let's show Rob some love, guys, because here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, when you see what Rob has done and the fact that Rob says, James, I'm going to move into this space with you guys, you little guys, all right? Just let me know we're at the right place at the right time. So I'm going to shut up, Rob, all right? I know you, because Rob would just get on here. He won't even talk about himself, okay? Because that ain't his get down. But Rob, man, we love you. We appreciate you. And thank you for all you doing for us. And the floor is all yours, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? It's Rob Schwartz in the place to be. We're here at my office, man. And yeah, band royalty, man. It's just like, wow, band NFTs. My company, one thing about my company and me personally, like I spent 10 years on Wall Street too. I started my business while I worked on Wall Street. And I quit that whole world because I love music. Like music is like been my life forever. That's all I wanted to do was music. I can't rap, I can't sing, I can't play an instrument. So I learned other ways to be in this industry. And my first job was at a college, was at Polygram Records. I put out Jay-Z's first record in my lifetime. I put out Blase, Dougie Fresh, Jay the Damager, Beanie Man, a bunch of records. And from there, that was a long time ago. I went to LA to work with some artists under Babyface as a songwriter, and that went really well. And then I came back to the East Coast, and that's where I kind of fell into Wall Street and started a site called whomag.net. And from there, it was one of the first hip hop websites ever to feature original video content. We came out before YouTube came out, so it was expensive, but I had the day job, So 2005, here I can show you. Hold on. 2005, I put out the very first. I put hip hop in Blockbuster. The very first hip hop DVD in Blockbuster, Walmart, Target, Best Buy. This was in the special interest section of Blockbuster. I had to swipe it from them before they shut down. But being that we put hip hop in all those stores in 2005, 2007, we launched a TV show, Who Mag TV. We started off in Europe, 120 million households in Europe. Then we brought it back to the US in 2009. It aired on Dish TV. So it's our Dish TV, and it did really well. And it started growing and growing. 2010, I launched the music distribution company through Sony Orchard. Now we have 1,700 records. We have a Grammy. We have multiple #1 Billboard records, the biggest names in hip hop, R&B, dance, rock, jazz, everything. A lot of big TikTok stars, Instagram stars, YouTube stars signed to us as well. 2012, I was distribution. I launched the very first hip hop TV network on Roku. Next month will be our 10-year anniversary. The first one to put hip hop and R&B and even dance music on Roku in this iFame TV. So now everyone's doing the Roku channels, but still to this day, they can't touch our channel. And it's 10 years old. Now we have 3 channels, iFame TV, Whomag Multimedia, and Video Vision on Apple, Roku, Google Play, the Fire Stick, our website, and a cell phone app. And a lot of stuff since, did a lot of movies, music supervisor for a lot of movies, produced, direct movies. And then this year, thanks to Band Royalty, I was introduced to NFTs, and I became the first music distribution company to put out NFTs. I launched a pack called the Hoomies. I made physical copies of them too. But Hoomies, we launched Hoomies in May, June, and we became the first music distribution company to do that. So I've been down with Band Royalty, Band NFTs for a while now. And I'm the type of guy that, like, I'm always the first to hop on things. I'm always making sure that we're the first. And, you know, when I see something great, that's what I do. It's like, you know, to me, it's like the NFT world is like crazy right now, and seeing all the potential where it's going. And it's still, most of the world doesn't even get it yet, which is great. It's perfect timing, because once you get in before everything else, and that's the best time to do it, because once everybody else understands it, it's too late. Right now, people still don't understand it. So take advantage of it. And that's what we're doing right now, you know, making sure we're the first ones to do everything. So I'm super excited to be part of Band Royalty, to meet with James and Noble and the whole team and Barnaby, and it's just amazing people. And the best part about it for me is I like working with creative minds that, you know, I'm always trying to find people to push me even harder. I push really hard. I don't sleep much. You could probably tell from my eyes right now and my coffee, but, you know, it's great to surround yourself with people that push this as hard as you do. And that's how things happen. How was that, James? Is that good?
Man, hey, that's fire. And, you know, when there's a lot of people that's so, we love music. People love music, don't know the first thing to do in terms of how to get connected to music. And what really excites me, and I think a lot of people, you know, people watching on YouTube, people on Facebook, and people that was probably invited here, is the fact that they can now participate with the artist and with the whole royalty concept. And, you know, having over 1,700 artists, or however you've been able to create what you created, how do you feel that ties into Band Royalty, or how will that tie into Band Royalty? And why are you, I know you're excited, and I know you someone that you're a visionary, but why are you really so excited? Because I want these people to feel what you and I feel, because they think we're crazy right now.
Here's what it is. It's just like, you know, when vinyl came out, look how long it took for the cassettes to the CDs, and finally iTunes came out, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, Spotify and streaming came out. And technology makes technology, so it moves a little quicker. But the thing is, right now, the models keep changing for distribution. So to me, that's what I do: distribution. I distribute content through my TV networks and music through my music distribution company. So the NFT world is really the next level for distribution. So the thing is, now I can be like one of these old foggies and try to fight it, but oh no, don't do that. Stay here. Right. Or I can do like I always do and be the first one to jump on it. So really, this is a great place to bring my artists, because they have a place. Because the things, I'm always fighting for the independent artist as well too. I'm very advocate about that. And that's part of being part of the Grammys. For those that don't understand what the Grammys really are, the Grammys is really a nonprofit organization. We're the ones that went to Capitol Hill and fought for Spotify to raise their prices. We fight all the time. You know, the Grammys fight for the artists. So people just see the TV show, but that's just a piece of it. We're very vocal to make sure that all the artists are treated fair. So the NFT world does change the whole game for artists. So it's exciting for me because, you know, it's just something that we're going to start transferring to people over there and teaching them, you know, there's a way you can make money yourself. We'll still be in the mix, but I was just still teaching them how to do things for themselves. And there's other ways out there, pretty much.
You know what? That's what's so cool, because, you know, I've been getting calls every day from different artists, different, you know, people involved in music, from A&Rs all the way down to the artists. And some of them are, like you said, against it, you know, because they know, wait a minute, these artists are going to make my money, right? And if you really sit back and think about it, and maybe you can help us really understand that, the streaming, you need X amount of millions of streams to make a couple $1,000s, right? Is it that, or how does that, could you kind of talk a little bit?
Spotify, it takes about 3 streams to equal a penny. On YouTube, it takes almost 30 streams to equal a penny. So even though Spotify still pays out bad, YouTube is way worse. The biggest paying platform now is Napster, believe it or not. I think they're close to a penny a stream, but even that's terrible. You know, I mean, it's like, but that's where the industry is right now. So everyone's trying to fight it. You have to figure out, okay, how to adapt, but still figure out, like, people like, I'm not putting my stuff on Spotify because they don't pay out. So why would I put it on Spotify? Because the whole world's on there. At the end of the day, you still need people are going to look for you. If you're not there, they're going to look for somebody else because they already paid for Spotify. So they're only going to use that platform or use Amazon Music or use Tidal, whatever it may be. So you still have to figure out how to get on there, but you still have to figure out strategies, how to make money yourself. So the NFTs does give them a different platform. I mean, people have been using like SoundCloud links or different ways that people can donate money, stuff like that too, which is cool. But at the end of the day, it's like the NFT world's fresh, it's new, it's different. And thing about it is not just someone buying a track. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like, you can make videos, images, songs. You can do whatever you want to do and attach it to your NFT. And it just opens up to creativity. You can add tickets to shows, and you can add values of, your super fans can spend more money and get more exclusive stuff, autographs, merchandise, which you can't do through typical platforms. So, and now you're in your wallet. So now you have access when you're doing things, how to target your fans. So it's really a game-changing place where now we are targeting super fans, just like how Web3 is kind of separating how the internet works, NFT separating how artists work. So it's going to be a whole, and this is all like, even with 2 or 3 years, we're going to see it. Now it's starting.
It's Bitcoin 2009 when everybody told me I was crazy. You was crazy, right?
I made my money on Bitcoin. I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not as much as you, but I'm gonna plug my thing in. That's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Bitcoin. Look at my charger.
Well, and while he does that, what I want you guys to understand, what we have that's so unique with Band Royalty, and why I think not only am I so excited, not only are some of these mega producers, I mean, the hottest producers, the hottest acts that are coming on board, to be able to get Rob, I mean, the excitement level is because, guys, we're going to have our own music exchange. Okay, I want you to understand, right now, these NFTs are on different platforms. You can't even play the music. You'll be able to play the music directly off of Band's exchange, guys. We are the only ones. Give that a round of applause. We're gonna be drop a 3 or 4 in the chat if you understand the power of that, guys. So everyone else has they can buy the NFT, they got to download, they got to do all this craziness. You can go right to Band, play your favorite artist, sharing the income, guys. It's going to be absolutely bananas. I mean, bananas. And guess what? We haven't even launched yet. The exchange is about 95% ready, and you are hearing it first, guys. That's what I gotta, and I think, Rob, how many times you just said it? I like to be the first one in. And people don't get it. Some people sit back, Rob, and they say, well, let me wait for Rob. How many of you have ever heard this? This drives me insane. Well, let me see you make your first million, then I'll get in. Have you ever heard that? Drop a 9 in the chat, right? And the funny thing, Rob, they always watch me make my million, okay? But then, like you said, it's too late.
Yep.
It's too late, Rob. It's too late. So outside of that, Rob, and when you're looking at Band Royalty, you're looking at bringing your artist over, what would you tell, I mean, everybody that's tapping in right now, I mean, just straight up, in your own words, why Band Royalty? I mean, you giving them pieces, but why? Just like in your own words, why do you not need to hesitate and go all in?
Because I have other companies coming out to me talking about NFTs as well, especially since we launched the Homies so early. A lot of people think I'm an expert in NFT world. And the thing is, one thing I learned about this industry is I'm good at a lot of stuff and I'm great at a lot of stuff. I do what I'm great at. I don't do what I'm good at. I do what I'm great at. And if I'm not great at it, I bring in the people that are great at that. And that's what the best thing about everything I've seen is what Band Royalty is doing is like what no one else is doing. Everyone's coming with the same stuff over and over and over. Band Royalty has a whole other level to this game. So to me, I'm excited. It gets me excited because working with people like Noble and Barnaby and yourself, it's just kind of like, wow, man, like they're on me to do work. Usually I'm on everyone else. Like, yo, man, did this when you doing your thing. Here, they're on me. Like, Rob, yo, what's up? You're supposed to have this an hour ago. I'm like, oh, I'm driving, hold on, you know, and that's the kind, and that's how you win, man. You win with everyone pushes each other. But what attracted me to band royalty is just it's the hustle, it's how everyone's like, and it's the experience behind it. It's not like just someone's as a pop-up company. They've been doing NFTs for a while. So it's something where they already know this game inside, outside. Like I learned pretty much everything I know about NFTs from band royalty. I admit they're the one that schooled me back in January is when they first schooled me a year ago. And that's when I started launching my own brand. Now everyone's trying to get into it, but they were doing it for like years before that. So to me, it's
told me 4.5 years ago. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
yeah. And it's like, and it's the crazy thing is like, I remember like I had this, I'm a zombie fan. I remember I had this Walking Dead app on my phone and you collect these cards like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even 6 years ago. I used to download these Walking Dead cards. And I'm like, oh, they would give you free packs. I would just download all the free packs. Like, oh, cool. Not realizing that I was actually downloading NFTs and what they really were. And I deleted the app. I just got rid of it. And I was like, didn't realize I had all these NFTs in there because it was ahead of its time. But now it's like, it's still way ahead of its time. So it's like, when I was thinking about that Walking Dead situation, I'm like, man, like people still don't get it now. So now it's like the perfect time and with the right people.
Wow, man. You know, and if you don't mind, I mean, I don't want to keep you too long. I know we probably have some questions. Everybody like, Rob. I got people on YouTube going nuts. But if anybody has any questions, go ahead, type in the chat if you got any questions for Rob. And in the meantime, Rob, you know, you showed me your deck. Is your deck there? Or where was your deck? That was at the house, huh? The cassette deck? Oh my God.
I'll show you my that's my cassette. Well, I can show you. So everything, do you want me to show the office real quick?
Yeah. Man, yeah, you gotta show them it's bananas. It's bananas.
So everything, just so you know, I would say about 98% of the stuff on my walls are autographed because my TV shows, we've interviewed like 3,000 people for my TV shows, like the biggest names in hip hop and R&B and all different genres. And then through the music distribution company with 1,700 artists. So for starters, you can see some of the records, old school records of everything signs by the artists. That's my little movie wall. A couple movies. I did a movie with Bam Margera and Ryan Dunn called Living Will, Retaliators with Five Finger Death Punch, Motley Crue, Joe Gatt from Game of Thrones, Mark Machaco from Ozark. That's a movie I did in London. So that's the little movie section, but you can see there's a hand-drawn picture of Prodigy where I spoke on a panel of Prodigy. There's my Tupac MC Breed plaque for Gotta Get Mine. My Madonna plaque right there from Sample and Main Source. Got a bunch of resolutions, but here's what we got right here. Ready? This is where it gets a little. So this is my CD wall. Let me get this out of the way. So these are all of my CD covers that are autographed. I don't know if you can see all of them, but I have a ton more. I just can't fit them. So every CD covers autographed. I got my autograph wall right there. Pitbull was on my show. There's some of the guys from Walking Dead actually that have been on my show. So then we have more records. This is more of my record wall right here.
Crazy.
These are all signed by the artists. Here's my picture wall. I actually just put this up a month ago. Put this down here. So here's all my pictures of me and everybody. So I know what you can see, what you can't see. But I've been with done a few things, Yeah. What else? Here's my hand-drawn Wu-Tang picture that's autographed by a few of them. There's some more records up top. The records go all the way around. Got my poster wall. Here's my poster wall. All my autographed concert posters. There's some more pictures up here.
Wow, who are some of those?
Man, I don't know. There's so many people, man. There's me and Rakim, Steve Aoki, Pitbull, Fat Joe, Leon, Drez from Black Sheep, and Jeremy from Tribe Called Quest, Kirk Franklin, Jordan Sparks. I did a commercial for her. That was I had my own TV show on Fuse. That's my whole film crew. Michael K. Williams, this Bobby Brown and Keith Murray and a whole bunch of other people, Grandmaster Caz. You got me and Biz Markie here, Prodigy and Freeway, Ja Rule, Nile Rodgers, Tara Reid, Wanye Morris from Boyz II the Men, Matthew Knowles, who comes here frequently, DMC, Rob Bass, Easy Rock, Kevin Little, Ed Lover, Jules Santana, Just Ice, and Ready Red, and I know they're all over. I mean, we've done a lot. You know what I mean? So then we have in the building, get a little quick tour. A couple more plaques up on our walls. We have a De La Soul on Dream Street and
De La Soul.
Mode.
Oh, the boom box.
Boom box. Here's a little music studio over here. My partner is Mr. Mig, Grammy nominated multi-platinum. He broke LeAnn Rimes. That's his record. He actually broke LeAnn Rimes.
Wow.
How I Live Without You was his song. And then from there, he did Taylor Swift.
That was
Yeah, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Usher, Jason Derulo, Sam Smith. Here's a little live room right here. Got a vocal booth over here. We got some of our #1 Billboard records over here. So yeah, it's a little tour of our spot. You know, I'm in the midst of opening up my second office next week. So we have 2 offices. The other one's about to open up. And then I have, of course, my home office where I was last time. So we have 3 for Humag. So yeah, it's a little tour of what's going on.
Man, that is just absolutely amazing, man. And really, we just want to have people tap in, and you know, a lot of these people are going to be tied to band, and going to be tied to everything that's going on, and we want them to know who Rob is, and how Rob will be just really an instrument in making this community just go crazy. Now, we do have a question, Rob, and Mr. Chalk. This will probably be a question that we'll be able to answer outside of this as well. But I have a simple question myself, being a multi-platinum producer who's worked with A-list artists such as Dre, Eminem, etc. What are the benefits for a producer, and how is its income distributed, and what is it for artists and independent labels?
Working with.
I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, I see it now. How is myself being a multi-platinum producer who worked with the A-list stars, and then what's the benefit for a producer and how the income distributed? I mean, number one, it's like you have more control and more creativity. I mean, the thing is, like, you know, I work with BeatStars pretty closely. They work out of my office sometimes. Like, I've known them for a long time. I know, work with a lot of producers. And even like Mr. Mig being a producer, my best friend since high school. I mean, the benefit is, right, so for producers, the leases came up a few years ago, kind of started changing the game for producers. But the thing is, like, producers have always been put in a box for what they do. And that's pretty much it. And then when the last couple of years, the leases kind of came around, which kind of changed the game a little bit for them too. This opens a whole other world, man, because now you can make your tracks, NFTs, and you can do different things with it, man. It's a great benefit because you can do more with it. I mean, you're just somebody behind whose name appears in the credit and no one sees who you are. But now you can put your image up, people can see who you are. You can offer things, both fan bases, and you don't have to be an A-list producer to do that. And as far as how the income is distributed, I mean, it depends on your contract. It's up to you. I mean, it's really your call as a producer. I mean, you could, you know, just like you negotiate any other deal, you can negotiate your deal how it works. And what's in it for artists and independent labels? I mean, that's totally dictated by how you want to dictate it. I mean, the whole thing is like independent. See, I do distribution, right? A lot of people ask me if I'm a label. I don't want to be a label. You know, I don't want to be. I just want to be a distributor. Because if I'm a label, that means I have much more responsibilities. I'm attached to certain things, and I'm attached to your success and failure. And things like people come to me and it's like, I have a lot of artists that blew up off of my platform, and I would never take credit for any of their stuff. Like, you know, because my artists blow up, I thank them and I promote them, but I never take credit because, again, I'm just a distributor. Like, I'm so proud of everyone that comes to blow up. I helped artists get deals off of my distribution because to me, the best thing is to make them bigger. It looks good for us, you know? people can be like, yeah, but you're losing money on it. But that's not why I do this. I don't do this. I just do it because I love doing it. And if we can help break superstars, that's what we do. So that's what makes us different. And what's in it for the independent labels. And I mean, it depends if the label wants to go ahead and start doing their own NFTs, because we're going to start launching labels as well. Just so you understand, there's going to be labels as well as artists. I'm actually curating. I have like 7 or 8 labels we're about to sign up first through Band Royalty, because they have artists under them. Because at the end of the day, too, as an artist, your job is you want to be creative. Like your job, a lot of artists don't want to get involved with the back end. They just trust the label, trust the manager, and let them handle it. So a lot of the labels that we deal with have some big names attached to them. So they just trust the label I'm working with directly, and opposed to us coming with one artist, now we have 10. So it's easier for us to work with labels sometimes because we know that we have, instead of with one contract, we can have 10 people. So it helps us out, but at the same time, it's like as an artist, you could be able to do it yourself as well too. So all these questions, everything you're asking me, every situation is different. And that's one thing too, real quick, is that every situation for every artist is different. There is no cookie cutter answer for anything. There's no cookie cutter way to promote an artist. Every artist is different. Everyone sounds different. Everyone has different budgets. Everyone has different definitions of what the goal of success is. Some people's success is being rich. Some is going on tour and just living life. Some is just putting music out for their friends. So I think the first thing is you have to determine what success is to you. And then once you figure that out, then you can figure out how that works and what's in it for the independent labels.
Well, that's a great answer. That's a great answer. And, as well, Mr. Chalk, you wrote Ice Ice Baby. I used to dance to that with my skids on. Yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. But, as well, if your platinum producer, Hit Boy, is completely on board. And I mean, he is one of the hottest, if not, out there. I mean, he's won Grammys every year. He's top producer in pretty much everything that's been going on the last few years, as well as, you and other producers. But when he seen the platform and understood the platform, he drove 3 hours. He don't drive to nobody, just to my house to meet and get, linked in this weekend. So here, and the other thing, guys, when you have the blockchain and when you understand this technology, now you don't have, and Rob, you can attest to this, you don't have the lawyers you got your lawyers to review the contract, but once the contract is deployed, it's on the blockchain, people buy, everybody get their money. It's no, I got to call James to get my money, or I got to call Keteru to get my money, and what's the advance, and what's this, and what's that. No.
How do I see the statements? Everything's online.
Everything's online, everything's documented, and everything's recorded through the blockchain. So literally, it is a 100% game changer in terms of allowing the artists to now make the money, and producers and everybody else make the money that they deserve. And that's what's so exciting about the platform. Let's see if we have any other questions for you, Rob. But great question, Mr. Chalk.
Yep.
And thank you for tapping in with us. I think everybody else is just excited. Everybody else is just excited. So I don't want to hold you up. I know you're on the East Coast. I know it's about 10. Man, thank you, Mr. Chalk. Awesome. And you have a question from Fuqua Realty. What would be your advice to a new independent music artist? Again, that would be more of we can definitely have a different discussion off the platform. It depends on what you're looking for in terms of coming through Band Royalty, or is that just an independent?
Well, let me target that question.
Okay.
Let me answer that, because it's a great question. I mean, here's the thing: it's like I could tell you 100 million things. You know what I'm saying? Because but do your research and understand. Like, here's the thing: when someone does something and everyone starts following, it's too late. When the mixtapes came out, 50 Cent broke on the mixtape, everyone else tried it. It was too late. You know what I'm saying? When everyone started talking about Justin Bieber breaking on YouTube, everyone tried to do it. I mean, it's still happening. People are still doing it. But that's the great thing about NFTs, because the thing is, while you still hear the stories about Trey Lorenz and stuff like that, it's still happening for those select artists. So the strategy is really, I would do at this point in the game, I would do my research on how it works, how music NFT works. So when it comes to going to something like band royalty, and you're sitting there and you can be creative as you want, like think outside the box. I always say two things: think inside the box, and you have to think outside the box. Being an artist, it's two jobs. So you have to work twice as hard. You're inside the box, of course, you still want to get your Instagram, Twitter, Spotify numbers, all your numbers, TikTok numbers up. That's the inside the box, because that's what people look at. But how do you bring people outside the box to look at you inside the box? And that's when you have to look at things like band royalty and different avenues, because once you blow up there, then people look at you like, oh, wow, look, he already has all these streams and other stuff going on too. So there's two different ways to look at it like that. So my thing is just don't, like, if you watch a podcast and they're giving you basic advice and you read these articles and there's like, the basic thing, oh, you needed this, oh, you needed that, oh, you needed that. That's great, but that's not going to break you. What's breaking you is the stuff that nobody's doing. And you got to be one of the first ones to do it and do it creatively. Even when it comes to the band NFTs, it's like, fall back tonight and think of a strategy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do this dope NFT. It's going to do this and do that. And I'm going to include this. And maybe it's something nobody else is doing as well too. And figure out different strategies, how to promote that as well.
Well, look at Tory Lanez. What, he went platinum in how many minutes?
Yeah.
A couple minutes.
Yeah.
He sold 1 million records in a couple NFTs in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what's so amazing. And when you're looking at the royalty aspect, because again, it's a contract attached to it. So once it resells and it resells and it resells, you're constantly earning in those royalties. So it's the way of the future. And we're, thank God to Noble and Barnaby on that side of the spectrum. We are literally, I believe, 2 years ahead of everybody in terms of the music NFTs completely. And so with that, Rob, if there's anything you want to share in closing, I don't want to keep you up, man. I know it's 10 out there. I mean, I know you go all night, but
it's all good. I'm here at the office now. So
yeah.
If anyone has any more questions, otherwise, man, it's just like, just think different. This is a great place to be right now. It's an exciting time. And it makes the industry fun again. Every time something new like this, that's a game changer, it just makes it fun, because now you start learning about new things like cryptocurrencies and metaverses and Web3, and there's a whole new world about to explode. And it's just a cool, exciting time. So it's definitely something that you should think about, doing your research on and becoming a part of the team, man.
You know what? You just made me think about something, man. We didn't even tap into the metaverse. We can probably do that later. But I mean, we're building our own metaverse and our own meta stage where, your seat will be an NFT. People can go tap in. You want to see, Rob's acts live. We're gonna hook them up and they're gonna perform live in the metaverse. They can buy tickets, or they can buy tickets, buy your seat. It's going to be bananas. And we are completely in front of all that.
Yeah.
Right now. So,
yeah.
But yeah, the metaverse is going to really tap into that too.
Yeah. It's just another whole thing that's ahead of its time right now, man. I mean, the crazy thing is, like, we've known about it without knowing about it. Roblox, Minecraft, all these things these games, but we don't realize that it's something that we can do as well too. And that's the one thing that's exciting about it is we can create our own world, put our own skins in and do our own fun stuff. We could do our own concerts. With band NFTs, we're going to have, there's a lot of stuff that's about to happen, man. And that's the next phase of it. It's bringing the excitement, because let's create this world for musicians, independent musicians, and just do something really dope together.
And you know what? Matter of fact, let's tap in a little bit on Lush, because he's going to be on here tomorrow night.
Uh-huh.
And that's your main man, and if you don't know who Lush is, if you're in the rap battle, anybody in the rap battle, if you're in the rap battle, hit a 2 in the chat. If you know about rap battle, type a 2 in the chat. Google him. You'll understand.
Lush One.
You'll understand who he is. He also is with band royalty. You want to tap in a little bit on Lush One? And
yeah. So I don't know how much I'm allowed to say at this point. So if he's making an announcement tomorrow, I'm not going to take from him. But Lush is the biggest name when it comes to hip hop battles. He was the head person of King of the Dot. He hosted all the big battles, all the big ones you see. He's the host. He's the face of battle rap. So he is now part of band royalty. He's been with me for the Humag distribution. I have my own distribution. I've been with Sony Orchard now for 12 years. So as my label's been signed under the distribution for them. So we've been distributing Luscious stuff for a while. He brought a lot of clients over to us as an artist, but we've been building, like we talk every single day. His stuff his music is insane, but as well as what he does. So now we are transferring everything over to Band Royalty. And again, I don't want to take away from what he's saying. You have to watch tomorrow. But let me tell you something. It's going to be crazy, man. It's this whole battle rap world's about to change, and I'll just leave it at that point. But yeah, Lush is my homie, man. I love that dude to death. Been rocking with me for a while. So now I brought him over to Band Royalty, and now we got all this new magic about to happen. Yeah,
that's tomorrow night. So tap in. But if you get a chance, go ahead and look up Lush One. Look up Rob if you got a few days to read. I was like, God, you got a few days to read about Rob Schwartz. Go ahead and tap in on Rob as well. But more importantly, guys, Band Royalty, it's a brand, and you all are the first ones to really understand. Well, you're not the first ones. You're the first ones in this segment to really get a piece of this pie, because once this pie goes, like Bitcoin, how many of you wish? I'm gonna ask one question. If you knew what you know today in terms of Bitcoin being going back up, it's already at 45,000 again. It'll be at 80,000 by the end of the year. Mm-hmm. And you could have got one Bitcoin for $2,500. How many of you would have figured out a way to get one Bitcoin? If you would, type in 25. I just want to see where you're at. Knowing where Bitcoin is priced right now, and how many of you or us said, nah, I ain't paying no 2,500. Oh, God, oh, it's too much money, right? Well, listen to me, guys. These Band Royalty NFTs, you don't even understand. You don't even understand the potential earnings of just holding one Band NFT. I picked up one more this weekend. I've been trying to get with them all day today to get another one because Ethereum's going up. Because the ability to stake these tokens, the ability to earn. And so let me help you understand, as the catalog gets bigger and you have an NFT, your royalties get what? Bigger. That's why before you probably was wondering why I was saying, thank you, Rob, and tell Rob thank you. That's why we're telling Rob thank you, all right? That's why we're telling Rob thank you. So literally, guys, you've seen what Rob is bringing to the table. You've seen what Barnaby's bringing to the table. Tomorrow you're going to meet Lush One. You're going to meet the whole executive team. You're going to met Noble. And guys, listen to me. We are a few weeks away from flat out pandemonium, and it's game on. So, with that, hey, I love the takeaway, Rob. I love when people cannot come to me and say, I didn't tell them. Yeah. Like more than half the people on here, I used to tell, get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin. And then they say, damn, James, I should have got Bitcoin. I should have got Bitcoin. I should have got Bitcoin. Rob, listen, we appreciate you. We thank you, brother. We thank you for just taking some time out, plugging us in. Can we please, show Rob some love? Can you just go ahead, take a few seconds, type in the chat. Thanks, Rob. Thank you, Rob. Type in the chat. All right, type in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and type in the chat.
If you guys want to follow me, first of all, my TV network, you can go to whomagtv.com. Download the WhoMag app on your cell phone, WHO?mag. You can download the apps on your Roku, Apple, Google Play, Fire Stick. And whomagdistribution.com. And I'm easy. I'm just at WhoMag, WHO, without the question mark, MAG. Follow me on all social, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you follow Band Royalty, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that time, it's that time. And I was the first to put hip hop in Netflix, Walmart, Target. Where'd I put that DVD, man? Like, you understand, like when I was in Blockbuster, I don't know if you could see it, but it says SI next to it for special interest because there wasn't even a music section. This was next to a Jane Fonda workout DVD and a cooking DVD because there wasn't even a music section when I got into Blockbuster. So we're the first ones in Netflix. I got the paperwork to show you guys that. If you guys don't believe me, we're the first one to put hip hop in Netflix. The first hip hop TV network ever on Roku, Apple, Google Play, Fire Stick with iFame. It's our 10th year coming up next month, March 6th, will mark 10 years that we've been on there. Always the first music distribution company to do NFTs. Always got to be the first to do it, man. And right now, I'm telling you, this is the time because let's be the first. Let's rock this out.
Man, let's rock. Love you, fam. Appreciate you. I'll call you about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
so we can get at it.
And everyone is saying thanks, Rob. You're welcome. I appreciate all you guys, and I'm excited to have you guys part of the team too, man. Let's make some magic together.
All right, Rob. We're gonna be flying to Philly soon. Oh no, I ain't flying. I'm gonna be riding to Philly after that flight I was on. I'm gonna be riding to Philly, and man, but I can't wait to get out there and break bread.
I'll be out there. I'll be out there in April, so
okay,
we'll make something happen.
Yes, sir. Big up, Rob from Dwayne. All right,
Thank
yes,
you.
Rob. Let's roll. All right, big Rob. Thank you. All the sense in the world. Thank you, Rob. It's time, Rob. Thank you, Rob. Welcome, fam. Thank you, Rob. Thanks, Rob. Bless you, Rob. Thank Rob. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob. And I know, Rob, you don't like, but sometimes, man, you need to hear stuff like this because it's really going to impact a lot of lives, brother. All right. God bless, fam.